Hey Scrappy friends, this is Mags from Mags Graphics, and today I want to show you my pick and mix items for January 2025. I have two new ways to play with borders. They are enhanced art. They do require Artisan Software, and they are grouped elements that you add from the embellishments panel. We have the Everyday Enhanced Border Clusters and the Everyday Enhanced Border Mates. So first, I'm going to show you the border clusters. And this is the pack of what they look like. Each border cluster has 3 different borders grouped together. And when you come over to your embellishments pane in the Everyday Enhanced Border Clusters, you can see them all stacked up. The colors are there just to add interest. They're basically irrelevant because you can change it to any color that you want. But you're going to go and add it to your page. And the first thing that you can do with this is ungroup. So we've got 3 different borders. They're all move independently of each other. They have been shadowed. You can undo those and make any shadow that you want. They do have some texture on them right now. That is just in case you want to recolor and you don't want to add texture to them. So obviously one of the things is we can go up to color, we can go to hue, and you can change to any color that you would like to match the photos on your pages. You could also add a wash to change the colors, and it will maintain the little bit of texture that is on each of the borders already. You can also add a paper. Let's go over and pick see, I've been working on Christmas photos, so let's go ahead and grab, see, how about Mistletoe Memories was my newest one. So we'll grab that. So we can click on one and fill selected shape. And choose another one. Fill selected shape. And the next one, fill selected shape. We've got a completely different look right now. You can reorder them any which way that you would like. It's a great thing to be able to tuck in photos. I'm going to add a little mat just so that we've got a picture here. You can slip your photo in, tuck it behind any of the layers. And copy, paste, turn it the other way, tuck it back here. I could even do another one down below. Now you are ready to drop in your photos, and you've already got a really good start to your layout. Add this to the page, move it to the bottom. I didn't have a background. Add some shadows, and you're on your way to getting a layout done really quickly. You can also take these when you've added them to the page. Let's go back to where we were. All right. Just going to group these real quick. Grouping, group, and move. Well, I didn't take all of them, did it? Move these out of the way. When you add one of the borders to the page, before you ungroup it, you can also rotate it, either by using the quick rotate tool up here or by using the handle. Set it off to the side. Now you have another way that you can add in and tuck in photos. Now we can ungroup it and tuck in photos behind each of the layers. And again, you can add paper, patterns, colors, any of those parts. If you have a wider format layout and you're using the wider, let me show you what we can do with that. I'm going to delete these. Let's add this one to the page. Thinking about it. And I'm going to move this over. I'm going to copy and paste. I did right click, Control C, Control V. And then I am going to come up to arrange, and it's not going to let me flip it because it's grouped. That's all right. We'll just ungroup it, flip it, and now we can match these all up together to use on a seamless lay flat, deluxe lay flat paper, or to give you some longer length if you needed that. Let me go back here and pull this off. Oops. So we've got a lot of fun things that you can do with these different border clusters. You could also mix and match them together. Go here and ungroup. Let's add this one here. Kind of reminds me like it could be used for some waves or an ocean layout. We're going to ungroup this one. All right, now I'm going to move these behind. And now you have lots of options with the different borders and blending them and using them together on your layout and still being able to tuck in photos, tuck in embellishments. Lock this, get these all lined up, which is a really neat way to be able to use all of these. Pull these off, show you some of the other ones that come in the pack. We do have some official waves with the different peaks that can be wonderful for your ocean layouts. We've got lots of different more gentle waves, be great for snow, rolling hills, woods. So lots of wonderful things that you can do with the border clusters. But I also had a request for border mates, which would be a set of borders that complement each other. Oh, here's one more set. We have some mountain peaks that would be wonderful for maybe the top. You've got mountains at the top, got ocean at the bottom. Could be very fun to tuck in your photos into all of that. The border mates, let me pull this one over for you to see, are complementary sets of two borders that have opposite cuts from each other. So let me show you what these look like. In this case, add this one to the page. I'm going to ungroup them. Now we've got some fun things that we can do. We can move one up to the top and one down to the bottom, and you've got a complementary top and bottom border. You can fill in the middle with your photos, add some journaling onto it. Another thing that we can do is flip them, almost a divider within your layout, and then you could add your photos above and below. Tucking them in with journaling, especially if you had two different events that you wanted to showcase, two different times of day, but you didn't have enough to give them their own layout. So you could divide your paper and do half on one, half on the other. You can also take these two together and then flatten them. And then we can fill with any color to make it one border. Now we've got one border created out of the two opposite ends of the border mates. This is a wonderful one for like a horizon line, sunset, top and bottom. And again, ungroup. And you can move one up to the top, one down to the bottom. And likewise, I'm going to group these just to make it easier to rotate them. But you can also then rotate them, and now you've got side borders instead of top and bottom. And again, you can fill them with any color that you want, any other texture if you want something different. You can fill them with a pattern paper. You could stack them and use multiple of the different border mates together. You can mix them with the border duos. Turn this here. Now we've got a whole nother type of border. So they can all be used together. But the border mates are specifically two that were cut and reversed so that they would match each other and complement each other. I'm going to set this one over here and then ungroup. Move this one over this way. Get rid of that one. And tuck these in. Let's see here. Here we go. So they give the same curve to each other. And now you have places you could write down your journaling. You could stack some more photos. Just a lot of really neat possibilities. We've got some craggy mountains with the inverse. So you have the top and the bottom. Maybe you've been in a cave. You'd like to show the stalagmites and stalactites. And you can move this at the top, the bottom. Maybe you're doing a Halloween layout. You want this to look like teeth. That will work out perfectly. Because they match, they can be separated as close or as far apart as you would like them to be. So these are two different packs, the border mates and the border duos. I'll move this back up so you can see them. Oops, that was not the one I wanted to show. I think it's this one, sorry. Move that up to the front. So you can see both packs together. They can be mixed and matched together. They can be used separately. You can just pick out one of the borders within each of the clusters or the mates and use just that one part on your page. So there is a lot of potential with these different products, and I really am excited to see how you use them as well. Thanks a lot for watching.